97.3 Citi FM. Relevant radio, always.
Hi, my name is Nathan Quao and welcome to the preview of match week 36 of the Barclays English Premier League here on Citi TV.
Kupenda Condoms. Love right.
Benjamin Nketsia joins me for the preview. And Ben, slowly, the league is coming to an end. 3 rounds left, but it's not too done, especially at the top and bottom. We start from the bottom when Newcastle take on Crystal Palace. You've always said that Palace are in this mix. They take on Newcastle, who are right much involved in the Premier League relegation dogfight.
Well, I expect this to be a very, very difficult encounter. Crystal Palace, I think, that have gradually taken themselves out of the equation. I mean, mathematically, they could still fall into the danger zone, but I don't see that happening. And Rafael Benitez, after starting off slowly with Newcastle, it looks as if he's finally managed to instill some discipline and also some fighting spirit within the team. We saw that against Liverpool, where they went down by 2 goals and managed to claw their way back into the game. So I expect to see the same level of fighting spirit from Newcastle. I mean, in this relegation dogfight, you never know what might happen. The best you can do is to ensure that you control the dynamics of your own destiny. And Newcastle have exactly what it takes now to be able to do that. A win against Crystal Palace will see them climb out of the relegation zone for the first time in a lot of weeks. So I think it's something that they could welcome. And I mean, that respite they get for just about a week or so could be a major psychological boost going into the final 2 games of the season. And we've seen Crystal Palace this season. They've been rugged. They've created some of the... they are down the bottom with regards to chances created and shots on target this season.
Okay.
So you get a sense that this is a team that pride themselves more on defense than attack. So Newcastle will certainly be handed the initiative to attack, and they will certainly want to do that. I've seen enough of them to get the sense that they are trying to make a late push for survival. It might be too little, too late, but I mean, it never hurts to give it a try. I feel that now that they have gotten a very credible result against Newcastle, they will want to build on that confidence and will at least want to get a win against a Crystal Palace side who are struggling. Nonetheless, Crystal Palace are a difficult side to beat. I feel that Newcastle might just about edge this one by a lone goal.
So we'll see. So Newcastle drew last week at Anfield 2-2. They call it the Rafa Revolution. Whatever you want to call it, is beginning to take shape at St. James's Park. Our second game on Saturday is between Arsenal and Norwich, and the Gunners are favourites for this one. We start off Sunday with Swansea versus Liverpool at the Liberty Stadium. Very interesting tie, but Ben, the second game on Sunday is the big one. It's Manchester United at home to Leicester, and that could be the crowning moment for Leicester. If they win or they get a good result ahead of Spurs versus Chelsea on Monday, it could happen. But some people think Manchester United have their own story to tell, especially as they chase top 4 football.
Well, exactly. I mean, a couple more games to round the season now, but the thing is, a win for United still keeps them outside the top 4. A win for Leicester wins Leicester City the title. The stakes are higher for Leicester City than they are for Manchester United. And I mean, a season or 2 ago, this match would have been one where we'd have expected a draw for Leicester City. But we've seen over the years that Leicester City, or this season, that they are fearless. They can go to anybody's home ground and own that particular ground for that particular game day. So United, I mean, they will be motivated by the fact that they need to make it into the top 4. But let's not also forget that United have banked their hopes in the final phase of the season on youngsters. Marcus Rashford, Tim Fosu-Mensah, when Rooney has played a bit more of midfield role, so he doesn't offer you a goal scoring threat. So I'm very skeptical about where United's goals will come from, especially against a top 5 defense in the league. Leicester, on the other hand, I feel have all the arsenal and tools to go ahead and want to win this one. For instance, a lot of people are doubting their ability to go and get a favourable result at Man United. They've been doubted all season. I think that this is the one time where they need to put the fuel in the fire. They need to go out there, play their hearts out, come out with a title, and make the 2 remaining games cosmetic ones. I feel that they can do this. We saw what they are made up of in the absence of Jamie Vardy. They improvised really well. They played, or they showed strength in numbers, and I think that they will do exactly that in the final game of the season. Hey, Claudio Ranieri, he's worked hard to get here, and I always say that he's been a big part of how grounded this Leicester City team has been throughout throughout the title run. And Tottenham Hotspur have done Leicester a lot of favours by playing out that 1-1 draw with West Brom in midweek. They've lifted a lot of pressure off the shoulders of these guys. So, I mean, part of the work has been done by other teams, but then this is it. I think that this is just about their most important game of the season. Never mind that they could eventually win the league on final day, on the day before the final day, but they need to go out there and ensure that they play the final game of the season with a lot of ease and a lot of flair, give their fans something to cheer about. Remember that final game is going for premium tickets and it's sold out. Their last game at home is going for premium tickets.
That's next week and they play Everton next week.
Exactly, and it's sold out. So it's a game they will want to have fun with. They won't necessarily want a tense atmosphere, but hey, I mean, coronation in front of your home fans can't be too bad. But I'm reckoning that Claudio Ranieri and his guys will want to get this job over with and over with quickly.
We'll see how it plays out. So Manchester United, a team that's used to winning the Premier League, against Leicester, a team that wants to win for the very first time. But aside that, we've got other games. There's Southampton versus Manchester City, and the citizens will hope to get their team resettled after drawing goalless at home to Real Madrid, but in the process losing David Silva to a hamstring injury. But then our final game on this preview is Monday night. It's Chelsea at home to Spurs. If Leicester don't get the business done on Saturday, or on Sunday rather, at Old Trafford, Chelsea could do the business for them. We've heard Hazard, we've heard Fabregas. Both of them want Leicester to win. Both of them will be starting for Chelsea against Spurs on Monday.
Well, it's funny, but I think that sometimes other teams take the title chances of other clubs into their own hands. I mean, we saw Tony Pulis deal Tottenham's title aspirations a huge blow by getting a draw against them. Chelsea could do Leicester City a favour, like you're saying, and get a win. And I mean, if you look at the ties between these two teams, it's been fairly balanced. There's been a couple of draws, but Chelsea have had the upper hand in recent times. And I mean, they've not won a lot of big games this season. They will want to at least win against a London rival. So, like you're saying, Cesc Fabregas buoyed up for this one. He's spoken about wanting to do well in this game. But Tottenham Hotspur, I think that they will be an interesting team to watch, especially on the back of that disappointing result against West Bromwich Albion. Those sort of results could either spur you on and you could carry the momentum into the following season, or it could kill your fire, and you never know what might happen going on from there. So for me, I think that Tottenham will have a lot of questions to answer in that game. Their character will be tested in that game. Their motivation levels will be tested in that game. That they've gladly been just about the most disciplined side in the league this season. Top scorers, I mean, least goals conceded, a ton of players in the team of the year as well. So, I mean, it should be one of those games where you'd expect them to perform. I think that all forces pulling and pushing, this one should come out as a draw.
We'll see how that plays out. Chelsea at home to Spencer, like I said earlier, that could be when Leicester win the title. Should they not do the business at Old Trafford, they'll have to depend on Chelsea versus Spurs. Fascinating tie will be for Monday evening. Of course, all of this is really meaningless without your input. We need you to predict and win and walk away with a fantastic prize. Our game, which is up for a prediction, is the one at Old Trafford. Manchester United versus Leicester. Red Devils, do you think your team will win? Leicester City Foxes, let's hear from you. Correctly predict the winner of this tie and you will get a fantastic prize from us here at Citi 97.2. All you need to do is drop your predictions in the comment section below this video, and when you win, we will get in touch. You will come for your prize. You'll be a superstar. That's our preview live on Citi TV. Join us this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and we could have a new winner of the Barclays English Premier League season.